What did we hear today? And I suppose what are the steps forward from here?
That's right. So this was really a key test, an early chance for Meng Wanzhou to have had this case thrown out. She lost, and so it marks an early victory for U.S. authorities. Essentially, what was at the crux of the matter today was a principle called double criminality that has to be met in order for Canada to consider extradition. Meng had tried to have it thrown out, arguing that this didn't meet that requirement. The judge disagreed with her. And so that means that she remains under house arrest and that the proceedings will continue.
And of course, this comes as we continue to see tensions not only between China and the U.S., but now between China and Canada as well. Those two Canadians still detained in China. What do we know on this front?
That's right. And this is what makes it such a thorny matter for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor have marked more than 500 days in detention. They were arrested shortly after Meng Wanzhou's arrest, and largely seen as retaliation. The Chinese government came out with a statement quickly after today's ruling, protesting it very strongly and calling for her release. The Canadian government, in turn, in its own statement, linked the detentions of those two men directly to this case and called for their arbitrary detention to end and for them to be brought back to Canada.
And this, of course, Natalie, as we continue to see the broader context of things with the U.S. really applying the pressure on Huawei, what do we have on that front?
That's right. So, Meng Wanzhou has obviously been the highest profile target in the broader U.S. attempt to crack down on Huawei. This obviously is going to raise tensions further. In that sense, Canada's in a very hard position. Either outcome, it would have either faced the ire of the U.S. or the ire of China. But the U.S. Obviously this was a very early victory for them. But this case will go on. Hearings are set to continue for another 12 months at least.